Well, good morning, everybody. Today I'm going to talk about gangster. Her name was Gangster Melissa. She was just a friend, but I did a helping hand, and it lasted about a year. You know what I mean? I needed a friend. I needed someone to. I was dating a lot, being with a lot of girls, and Elizabeth just passed away. I just broken up with Jasenia, and I started dating Yanis and Ojitos, and I ended up meeting Monique, and I ended up dating like about 20 girls, you know, and I was dating a lot, and but I was really looking forward for a friend. I needed someone just to a shoulder to cry on and to be myself, and not to exaggerate or I just wanted to be myself. Well, my story starts way back in El Sereno in junior high. See, I grew up around gangsters, you know. The biggest gangsters that I had growing up was Lizard, and fucking Chino, Listo, and Sleepy Steve, and a couple of other homies, you know, that like Gargi, gang, you know, fucking. I grew up with Youngster, fucking Carlos Snake, Sporty. Sporty's brother Carlos, and Hector. Hector's from Happy Valley. I grew up with big time homeboys, you know. It's like, I thank God that I made it through. But there was this youngster. I call him youngster. He's older than me. He's like about three years older than me. 4. His name was Lizard, and Lizard used to fucking. There's a youngster, he used to fucking dress to impress. It's been like 30 years, he's still fucking dressed to impress. He works out, he watches his fucking limits, and he fucking has, you know, fucking cut up and thinks he's a shit, which he is a shit, you know? And he's not a fucking mafioso gangster or fucking higher up, but some fucker stands out. Just because the way he dresses, you know, and the way he conducts himself. Well, he had this hyena. He was dating his sister, and the sister's and then gangster. Then they all jocked him. They all wanted to be with him, and gangster had her brother trying to hang out with us, and I guess he was sort of part of the crew, you know. And we didn't really acquaint in any way, but I remember her having a little smart dress, and all the homies and everybody was trying to hit it up, you know. And her brother, part of the homies, we always had rules that you can't date your homeboy's sisters, or you can't be with their family members, you know. You don't get them in the game unless you really, really, really want to be with them and marry them, you know. So I guess they all try to get some of that ass. Well, 20 years later, little Blackie, Danny's friend and Pokes, he had his birthday, and he had fun. We had like a 20-year reunion. That's the one I fucked up him and Felix. The ones I fucked up with my grandma passed away. I beat him up in the Maywood house. So we ended up having a good time. And little Blackie was trying to see what I was all about. You know what I mean? If I'm the vato that everybody talks about. He tries to be a gangster with our barrio, and he tries to fucking impress people with bullshits and lies, you know. I mean, I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, but he's a little lame duck, you know. He just thinks he's bad because he has tacas and he manipulates people that he's around. But he's a good friend, regardless of whatever. I didn't expect him to step up to the plate. And he called me up and he goes, hey, I got my old lady. She said she grew up in the projects. And I'm going to hook you up with her daughter. So I said, feed me, homie. Like, all this bullshit talk, you know. I said, feed me, homeboy. Okay, cuando, you know, I'm here, you know. And gave me up her phone, so I ringed her up. Ring, go to the phone, I call her up, and her daughter didn't answer. She answered. Gangster answered. And, like, we started talking who we know or what we grew up at. And we had a lot of things in common. Like, a lot. And, I really enjoyed talking to her because it brought up a piece of my past that I was missing. A friend that I never had. Someone to grow old with or something like that, you know? And like to talk to on a daily occurrence, you know. And we hit it off as friends, you know. And so let's party, and she shined it. So I said, well, let me hook me up with your daughter, and she shined it. So we drifted apart on our phone call. 1 or 2 days we talked, and after that I was like, you know what, you're just fucking thinking. You're just a whoopie whoop, so don't fucking call me no more, you know? Well, big surprise comes up on less than a month. Little Blacks, he got a momo over there in El Monte, and he tells me, hey, you know what? I got this Jaina. She's all up on me, you know, so you want to come down and see what's up, you know? She got friends and blah, 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 you know? So I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah, I'll go. So I get there, and there's no fucking friends. There's only one person, and that's Gangster. And I was like, what's up with this shit, you know? It's like, she goes, well, si quieres agarra, you know? She's never had an orgasm. She's never been pleased or nada, you know? She had 4 kids from her baby dad. Not gonna say that he wasn't good in sex, but he never had her orgasm. He never hugged her. He never talked to her. He never made her feel comfortable, you know, like to explore different subjects in bed, you know. So I introduced her. To myself, and I hopped on board, and Zacaton. That's where he got his nickname. I've never seen nobody, get a swivel for at least 10 hours. So I kept hitting the bag, turning her around sideways, and I kept doing everything and pulling, screaming, and everything, but she never stopped with Zacaton. She fucking got him like a chupon and held on to her life, you know? She was perspiring, sweating. She was enjoying it. She was fucking full of pleasure. And she still didn't need the chupon, you know? Like, so Zacaton, which is black, he got his nickname, Zacaton, you know? And I don't know how. I really don't know how he lasted. And I'm just gonna give it up to him, you know? So he got out of there all proud and all fucking like whoopie whoop, like, on, I'm Zacaton, you know? And sure enough, the next week, 2 weeks from there, call me up, I got another hyena. I wanna go fucking past 10 hours being a Zacaton, you know? I remember I climbed up and I was fucking whooping that ass. I was fucking tossing it. I made her have an orgasm, and I fucking made her fucking, she had glasses fog up, and I made her fucking get that chupon, and she got that chupon, and she went 12 hours straight. The other one had occasions resting let's keep it the OSHA regulations that you have to have a little break here and there. This one, fuck no. She went full throttle. She was like, if you keep going, I'm gonna keep going. And Zacatón was enjoying it because he says he's never felt that special. Like he's seen stars and everything. And the harder I pushed and the harder I produced, she fucking went berserk with a chupón, you know, with Zacatón. And she fucking grabbed on and pulled and almost bit it off, you know. It was like deep inside, you know. It's like, my God, you know what I mean? And I don't know how Zacatón did it. He didn't fucking rest at all. He fucking, even when he went to the restroom, he went with a chupón. You just took it off for a couple of seconds and put it back on, you know what I mean? It's like, he didn't want to get not used to not having his chupón, you know? I was like, man, you gotta let her fucking like stand up. She said, how you gonna be standing up if I'm short, you know? You gotta be on her knees going to the restroom. I said, all right, Zacatón, you know, you proved it again to me. I was like, damn, back to back, you know? And he says he's never had threesomes before or anything, and it was fucking nice, you know? It was fucking nice. Showing them the respeto that, you know, the class and what I do. Well, coming back to Melissa, I taught her how to find her inner self, how to please herself, and how to explore and not be afraid to experiment. You know, taught her how to put lipstick on and music correctly. You know, I bought her some knee pads and told them what they're for and what they do. Brought some finger toys and toys, and I fucking taught her how to not be afraid and how to do it gentle and how to do it pleasable. You know what I mean? And not harassing or disrespecting her or forcing her to anything. And she enjoyed it. After that, we'll always watch a good movie or novela, and we'll have long conversations. You know? Long conversations. And in the morning, I taught her how to do a milkshake, bananas and eggs and cherry on top, you know. Put the little Milky Way cream on y toda la cosa. Make sure it lasted for the fucking couple of days that we're not gonna see each other, you know. And I made her a fucking fighting force, someone to be respectable, and she got her confidence and she got her mojo back, you know. At the same time, she helped me out through all the difficult things that I was going through, and she was pleasing me in every single way. I remember we said goodbye because she needed a change in her life, and she went to Las Vegas, and she ended up lasting about 15 days over there. She called me crying. I could go pick her up. Sure enough, you know, el maldito always, I took Princess for a ride. Me and Princess, we ended up going to Vegas, picked her up, and he had fucking excitement all the way down, you know. On occasions we'll stop and make sure that the floor got moisture right, you know what I mean? Got make sure she's lubricated and fucking pampered and spoiled all the way down. And I had her flashing on the window, and I had cars just like looking at me with the chupon on, and I would be bumping and just leaning back, you know. Like I said, in occasion we'll stop and right on the hood, like a pull over, you know. This is a cop, get the baton out and whack her with it, you know. Para que se enderece la cabrona, you know. Dropped her off, and it continued, like I said, about a year. We'll go like Thursdays or Saturdays and Sundays, you know. And they were fucking full of pleasure and not 1 second of falling asleep. And we got to see at least good movies, you know. The last movie that we got to see was the Triple X Magic Mike, and but we got our share of fucking stories. She was my shoulder when my prima Liz passed away, and a couple family members passed away, and it was great to have her and to lean on her and not to depend on her, but to consider her a fucking friend, you know? So I'm grateful I met her, and I'm grateful she got her mojo, and she's getting married now. And before she getting married, me and Lizard, we ended up going to El Parque de la Raza on my birthday on 4th of July. Mine's the 5th, but I also celebrated the 4th. We met some other high and everything, and me and Lizard, it was like we hadn't seen each other like in about 5-10 years, you know. And put up on the phone, and we whoopity whoop, and we talked and laughed and joked about. She's always talking about the homies, and especially Lizard, you know. She has something that she admires from Lizard. I guess we all do, and but that's what made us to be united and have a strong relationship as a friendship. You know what I mean? And I always told her, don't get too attached because I'm not for you. You're not my type, and you're not the woman that I want. It's been a couple months now. I'd say about 2 months or 3 that I stopped dating, and then about a month that I stopped spending quality time with Gangster because I was getting too attached, you know, and I don't want her to get her heart broken, and she's psycho, and she's like a little bitch, a Gangster. I taught her how to not scream, not to get all like whoopity whoop. She's always fighting. She's fucking like throwing blows and vatos, you know. And they don't smack her down because she's a woman, you know. But yeah, she's like a fucking big mess. She's disrespectful and toda cosa. But I taught her how to have dignity and respect for a little while. But you know how it is. You teach them while they're in front of you. They conduct themselves with ordinary people, but después son desmadrosos. Right away, I stopped fucking being with her. She tells me all these crazy horror stories that, you know, she can't trust nobody, and she's not happy in life. She always has a reason to complain. I told her, hey man, what happened? All the teachings I taught you, you know? We used to go to jacuzzi. She's never been to jacuzzi, high class rooms and everything, and she got to feel what a woman is. We end up going to like the Pirates, and I ended up taking her dating one time, but then she started thinking that she was with me, and I told her, no, can't have that. Eventually, like I said, I met Giannis, and then I met Monique. I ended up dumping Ojitos. Her sister ended up passing away, and I didn't feel. What do I see? I didn't feel. I wanted to go through that fucking darkness tunnel, that fucking. So I decided to call it off with her, and I told her, you know what, Ojitos, me and you have been together like 2 years off and on. We were really just having fun, you know, enjoying the fruits of our bodies. But what you call it? It was exciting. She was a little youngster. When I met her, she was 21, and I was 45. So you can imagine what I used to do, you know? I taught her how to tear up that fucking Milky Way, you know? And then I met Monique. Monique is a special person to me. I helped her out with a baby. I put my seeds, and I put my thinking hat on, and I decided to help her out with a kid and everything. And same time, Gangster got got jealous, you know. She started feeling that she was out of place. She wasn't gonna go nowhere, and she was gonna get hurt. Because she started talking about feeling affections and all kinds of stuff. And I told her, you cannot go through that because you're gonna get hurt. And every day I used to tell her that we were just friends, you know. I didn't want her to start thinking that she was worth it, you know. And I told her she found the right man. She didn't find a good man, but she found a man that pays attention to her, locked up, and I guess she never learned, you know. I always try hooking her up with a Mexican or someone like that she could be happy with. But she's just too much drama, and she's never gonna change. So I still talk to her as a friend. We haven't seen each other in a couple months, and I fucking miss her because I used to enjoy our nights, our crazy nights. Putting my professor a suit on y toda la cosa, like teaching her diagrams and sophisticated problems to solve, you know, and teaching her how to explore and have experiments and fucking dissect and combine different materials to see what comes out, you know. So I do miss that. All that slapping ass and compassionate wisdom and knowledge that used to give her. Yeah, I miss her. I wish things were the same, but I thank God that I came out of that friendship without wounding myself or hurting myself or causing me a problem, you know. I guess I gotta thank life and God that I didn't get another cycle, because she is a cycle. And she didn't. She understood at the end, and she moved on. I was amazed. I'm still amazed, and I still look proud and saying, "Damn, how did I get out of this relationship without wounding me?" And I got what I wanted. I got my mojo and I got my spirit back, and I'm happy. I'm happy in a lot of ways. Now I just miss my friend again, you know. But you can't have it all. Either you have it or you don't have it. I don't feel depressed right now. I'm going through a lot of stuff. Now my Aunt Bertha's going through the same thing as my cousin Liz and several family members, you know. And I wish her the best. And I wish I had a friend now to lean on and talk. Well, everybody, I just want to tell you that I'm doing good, and I'm ready for the next challenge. It don't matter, big, small, side to side, young or old. You always get to enjoy and have more experience and knowledge when you explore.